Now listen. Every word I'm about to say is a direct breath from my heart to yours. I saw you cry when no one else did. I heard the sound of your soul breaking when the world only saw your silence. You thought there was no way out, didn't you? That all that was left was pain and that perhaps I had forgotten you. But see, that's exactly when I step in. The moment everything seems to collapse is when my rescue begins. You thought it was the end, but it was the exact moment I was preparing your deliverance. You are not alone. I have been with you every step of the way, even when your faith seemed small, even when you no longer had the strength to call out to me. I was there, sustaining you behind the scenes, preventing the darkness from swallowing you completely. Today, finally, I can speak clearly, because you are ready to hear. I have come to save you. Not with empty words or distant promises, but with divine action. I am placing my angels around you. I am opening doors that no one can shut. I am erasing sentences the enemy wrote against you. Today is the beginning of a new time. When everything seemed lost, I saw your heart asking for just one sign. And here it is. This message is not a coincidence. It is heaven's response to your quietest cry. There are people who judged you, turned their backs on you, said you wouldn't make it out of that pit. But I am the God who turns dark valleys into flourishing gardens. I am the one who lifts from the dust what the world discarded. And now, with my hand extended, I'm saying, come, rise, because I am with you. You were not born to end in ruin. You were created to triumph with my strength. Your story is not over yet. And even if you've said to yourself, it's over for me, I say, no, I am still writing. There are entire pages you will yet live. There are chapters of healing, reconciliation, new beginnings, and joy. I know you are tired, and that's exactly why I don't demand effort from you now. I only ask that you surrender. Rest in me. I am your God. The same one who said to Joshua, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. That promise is yours too. What you need right now is to know that there is purpose, even in the chaos. That not a single tear of yours fell to the ground in vain. That every sleepless night, every silent fear, every defeat you endured, all of it is being transformed into spiritual strength. You haven't lost time. You were being prepared. And now, with all you've been through, I will bring forth a new version of you, stronger, more attuned to my voice, more aware of who I am. And no one will be able to take that from you because it was forged in the depths of pain. And now it blooms in the light of my promise. If this touched you in any way, share it in the comments. Don't hold back what heaven is doing. When you speak, you activate the supernatural in the lives of others too. There is power in what you testify, even if with just a few words. You thought it was the end. But now you stand before the new beginning I prepared with my own hands. And this is just the start. Can you feel it now? A presence that surrounds you, even without touching. It's me. I am by your side. I am enveloping you with my love like an invisible but real cloak. I know the weight on your chest, and I also know the thoughts you tried to silence. The ones that say you won't get out of this, you failed, you lost everything. I saw how those voices tried to become truths within you, but today I silence them, because the only truth that matters now is what I am saying. You were chosen to live, to overcome, to triumph, and this desert will not stop you. You may not see a way out right now, but I do. I always see before you do. And I have already carved paths where there seemed to be no road. I have already parted seas for those surrounded by armies of fear and pain. I have already lifted people from the dust when the world said it was too late. And now it's your turn. Everything you thought was loss, I am turning into preparation. You are not late, you are not forgotten. You are exactly where I need you to be to experience something extraordinary. What you call the end, I call a restart. You've been feeling tired, overwhelmed, and even confused about what to do. So listen carefully. I don't want you to fight alone. I don't want you to try anything else with the strength of your arms. I want you to trust, even without understanding, even without seeing. Just trust. The faith that pleases my heart is not the one that understands everything, but the one that surrenders even in the dark. The one that says, God, I don't know what's coming, but if you are with me, then I keep going. Because I never abandon my own, and I won't start with you. Now is the moment to leave behind what can no longer go with you. Wounds you've nurtured, grudges that held you back, guilt you carried as if it were part of who you are. I know every detail of your story. I know what was done to you. I know where you fell, where you almost gave up. But now I want to restore, I want to heal, I want to cleanse your soul so you can walk lightly again. There is nothing you've done or lived through that I cannot transform. I am a specialist in rebirths, and yours has already begun. Do not fear the days ahead. I am ahead of them, and no matter how blurred your vision still is from the pain, believe, the plans I have for you are for peace, not for harm. I still have promises yet to be fulfilled, words that came from my mouth and will not return empty, and you will live them. You will live the dreams you once thought were dead. You will touch the promises you kept in silence. And when that happens, you will remember this message, and you will understand I was here all along. Allow me to keep speaking to you. Activate the subscription. Not because you need another video, but because you need to stay where my voice reaches you. There is so much more I want to reveal, heal, and transform. You thought it was the end, but look closely. You're still here, and what remains when everything falls apart is me. Me, who loves you with an eternal love. Me, who never left you. Me, who came today just to remind you, you are mine, and no one can change that. I know how much you've tried to hide this pain. You smile on the outside, say everything's fine, but inside, there are silent screams that only I hear. You thought no one else could understand, and indeed many around you didn't. They saw your actions but didn't see what was behind them. They judged your reactions but didn't realize you were just trying to survive. But I saw. I was there. And today, I don't come to accuse you. I come to embrace you. Because even if the world doesn't understand, I do. And my love covers everything. I know where this pain began. I know when you started losing hope. It was that moment when something collapsed inside you. That unexpected loss, that betrayal that cut like a knife, that silence you didn't know how to interpret. I saw it all. And even when you said, God, why did you allow this? I was there, not allowing the pain to destroy you completely. And now that time has passed, I'm starting to reveal the whys. Because in everything I allow, there is a greater plan. And no suffering is in vain when placed in my hands. You are not marked by defeats, you are marked by destiny. There is an anointing over your life that the enemy tried to erase with pain, but now I reignite with new fire. There are dormant gifts that I am awakening. There are seeds of faith within you that despite the storms did not die. And now I begin to water those seeds with my spirit. You will bloom again. It doesn't matter what season has passed. It doesn't matter how dry the ground seemed. I am the source, I am the waterer. I am the God who brings forth life where everything seemed finished. Yes, I know you're afraid to start over. You've tried before. You've been disappointed. You've believed in words that later proved empty. But today it's not man speaking to you, it's me, the God who fulfills what he promises, the God who never fails. And when I say I am with you, I truly am. I don't change, I don't leave. I don't grow tired of you, I don't give up on you. And that's why even when you wanted to walk away, I stayed by your side, waiting for the right moment to lift you up again. You are closer to the miracle than you realize. Something is being released over your life right now. A turnaround is being prepared behind the scenes in heaven. What you see as disorder today will be a testimony of restoration tomorrow. I am aligning everything. People, places, opportunities, encounters, all converging so that my will manifests clearly and powerfully. Don't try to control it. Just trust. Just say, God, I accept your plan. And then prepare yourself, because what's coming is far greater than what you lost. You're feeling my call within you. It's a warmth in your chest, a certainty that arises even without logical explanation. That's my spirit moving. It's heaven touching your soul and saying, you haven't seen anything yet. I'm just getting started. Yes, you've been wounded. Yes, you've cried. But now, you will live. You will smile. You will rise with a strength you didn't even know you had. Because that strength comes from me. It's not natural, it's supernatural. It's grace, it's favor. It's presence. You thought you had lost everything, but now you're discovering that you still have the most important thing. You have me. And if you have me, you have everything. Do you feel it now? That relief beginning to touch your soul, even if gently, as if the weight is starting to lift, even if timidly. That's the touch of my presence. It's me breathing new life into you. Because you are not broken beyond restoration. You are not too far for me to reach. In fact, the deeper you fell, the deeper I dive to lift you up. No abyss can stop me from rescuing my own, and you are mine. No matter what they said, no matter what you yourself believed, I am here now, and that changes everything. You've gone through moments when you thought you were forgotten. You looked around and saw no one. You searched for signs and found no answers. You waited for a change that never came. But listen, the silence you interpreted as absence was actually the time of my construction. While you thought nothing was happening, I was shaping something new within you, strengthening your spirit, stabilizing your faith, maturing your heart. Because now, the time has come to rise, not with the world's strength, but with heaven's strength. You've been surviving until now. But now, I want you to truly live. Not just keep existing, but live with purpose, with joy, with peace. And that life begins within you. It starts when you let fear go and allow me to fully enter. I don't want to be just a part of your life. I want to be everything in you. I want to dwell in every thought, every decision, every space of your being. And when you give me full access, you'll see everything around you start to align with my will. Because where I am welcomed, the impossible happens. You are being healed as you hear this. Perhaps you don't even realize it now, but something within you is being adjusted. Wounds are closing, poisons are being expelled, words that hurt you are losing their power over your mind. I am cleansing your inner self, replacing memories that imprisoned you with revelations that set you free. Because you need to be free for what I'm about to do. And you will be. Because I don't start something in you to abandon it halfway. What I begin, I complete. And the work in you is underway. How many times have you questioned your worth? How many times have you compared yourself to others, thinking you were inferior, behind, not enough? But today I say, you are exactly who I chose. With all that you have, with all that you still don't understand, you are my instrument. And even if the world doesn't see your worth, I do. I always have. Because I look at the heart, not the appearance. And your heart, even wounded, is still fertile ground for my movement. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm speaking now. Because it's time to activate what was dormant. Don't be afraid of what's to come. You don't need to know everything to trust. You just need to take the next step. And if you don't know what that step is, I'll tell you. Open your heart. Say right now, God, I surrender my future to you. That's all. I take control, I guide, I care. You just need to let me be God. Because when I take the lead, chaos retreats, the enemy flees, time aligns, and everything falls into place at the perfect time. I'm never late. And when you see delay, what's happening is preparation. You didn't get here by chance. There is a divine purpose surrounding you, guiding you, rebuilding you. You are a vital piece in my plan. And now, you are being repositioned. What seemed like loss was redirection. What seemed like punishment was care. And what seemed like the end was just the starting point for a new beginning in me. I know there are still days when everything feels dark. You wake up and feel as if a cloud is over your mind, as if something is out of place even when the world seems normal around you. And you think, what's wrong with me? Nothing, my child, nothing is wrong with you. You're just sensitive to spiritual realities that the natural world doesn't see. You feel the pressure because you're in the middle of an invisible war. And if you feel this way, it's because you are too valuable. The enemy doesn't attack what doesn't threaten. And you are a threat to the darkness because you carry light. Don't despise your pain. Don't try to hide what you feel. I want you to be honest with me. I want you to speak what's really inside you, even if it's confusing, even if it hurts. because I can handle it. I bear your cries, your tears, your doubts. I'm not offended by your weariness. On the contrary, I draw even closer when you reach your limit, because it's at that point when you feel weak that my strength is perfected in you. That's when the supernatural begins to act, because it no longer depends on you, it depends only on me, and I never fail. You've been praying even if in silence. You've been asking for help, even if only with your heart, and every cry of yours reached my throne. Not a single tear was ignored. Not a single prayer was lost. I keep every word of yours as a treasure, and now I'm starting to answer. Some answers will be immediate, others will come gradually, but all will come, and they will come with peace. Because my answers don't bring confusion, they bring clarity, certainty, and rest. And you will experience this in the days ahead. You'll notice doors opening, the right people appearing, ideas coming from above. Yes, I know you've lost time trying to solve things alone. You leaned on people who failed you. You tried paths that only hurt you more, but today I'm giving you a new route, a clear direction. And even if you can't see the end of the road, I'm already there, waiting for you. Every step of obedience you take will be guided by me. You won't walk in circles anymore. You will move forward. You will break out of this cycle of pain and repetition. You will walk in newness of life. Because where my spirit is, there is freedom, and that freedom is reaching you now. Don't be afraid to lose what no longer fits in the next phase of your life. I will remove some things, yes. I will distance some people, yes. Not because I want to hurt you, but because I want to protect you. There are relationships that only drained your energy. There are habits that kept you trapped. There are distractions that were stealing your focus from me. And out of love, I'm removing all of it. It will hurt for a moment, but soon you'll realize it was necessary. Because to grow, you must let go. And when you release what holds you back, I place what sets you free. You are being prepared for something greater, and this preparation includes pain, yes, but also grace, favor, wisdom, and power. Everything you need to live your purpose, I have already deposited within you, and I'm activating it now. Don't fear the new. Don't resist the movement. Just trust. Because when I act, no one can stop it. Not people, not circumstances, not the past, not fears. Nothing can stop what I have decided to do in you and through you. You are a channel of my love, even without realizing it. You thought it was the end, but what you're living now is rebirth, reconstruction, resumption. I am the God who calls into existence what does not exist, and today I call your joy back, I call your strength back, I call your dreams back, and you will live, yes, and live well. You felt like you lost so much over the years. People left, opportunities passed, and there were moments when you wondered if you were being punished for something. But now listen carefully. I am not a God who punishes with abandonment. I am a Father who shapes with love. And everything that was taken from your life was because it couldn't sustain the weight of what I'm bringing now. There are blessings that require deeper foundations. And that's why you had to go through so much, so that when my promise manifests, you would be firm, mature, and prepared. You thought the suffering was proof of my silence, but it wasn't. It was a sign that you were being refined. Just as gold is purified by fire, I was refining you, removing impurities from your soul, strengthening your roots. You wanted immediate answers, but I was building a heavenly character in you. And now you're starting to see that your faith is firmer, your vision clearer, your sensitivity sharper. Because nothing you lived through was wasted. It was all process. It was all purpose. It's all leading you to the destiny I prepared. You will look back and understand that the tears you shed watered the ground of your new season. That the no's you received made room for the yeses that truly came from me. That the waiting wasn't wasted time, but preparation time. And that understanding will set you free. Because the pain you felt stops being pain. It becomes learning, strength, wisdom. And that's what I'm doing with you now. Trading weight for purpose, anguish for understanding, despair for direction. And it all begins with sincere surrender. Do you remember when you cried out and said, "God, show me you're still with me"? I heard. And now I'm responding with my living word. Yes, it still has power. And today I tell you what is written. Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Jeremiah 33:3. You are calling, and I am answering. And what I have to reveal goes far beyond what you can imagine. They are deep, great, hidden things and now accessible because you are ready to hear, ready to receive. Don't cling to the past. Don't define yourself by your failures. You are not the pain you felt, nor the mistake you made. You are the purpose you carry. You are the reflection of my care, my mercy, my constant love. And even when you failed, even when you erred, I didn't take my eyes off you. I stayed there, waiting for the right moment to lift you up with even more strength. And that moment has come. You are being restored. You are being repositioned. You are being renamed from defeated to more than a conqueror, from broken to whole, from abandoned to loved. It's time to rise. But not as someone who merely survived and as someone who was transformed. Rise with a new outlook, with new words, with new faith. You are being clothed in hope, and it will not disappoint you, because what I promise, I fulfill, and what I began, I finish. And you, who thought you were at the end, are now at the beginning of something glorious, something eternal, something that will impact not only your life, but the lives of many around you. You will be a living testimony of my grace. This is your moment. Leave a sign of faith in the comments. Declare that you are alive, that you believe, that you still hope. There is power in your words, and when you speak with faith, you activate miracles. Activate it now, because I am listening. You don't need to have everything figured out to be loved by me. I don't demand perfection from you. I don't expect you to always get it right. I only want your surrendered, sincere heart, willing to walk with me even when you stumble. Because I am a God who walks beside you, not behind you to judge, nor ahead to pressure you. I am here exactly where you are now, and that's where the miracle begins. Your value was never in what you do or fail to do. It was always in the fact that you are mine. That has never changed. You think you're late, but I want to remind you, the time you think you lost, I am capable of restoring. I am the God who restores consumed years, dormant dreams, hopes that seemed dead. And no, it won't be too late for you. I will make what seemed lost turn into testimony. There will be beauty where today there are only ashes. There will be healing where there is now an open wound. I will make what you thought was your end become the beginning of your mission. Because the world still needs to see what I will do through you. You were trained in pain to be an instrument of healing. You were wounded to understand those who suffer. And now, you are being restored to restore. I will use your life as a bridge to others. You will be an answer to many who are going through what you've already endured. Your experience will be redemption. Your scars will become messages. And what seemed like a burden will be the platform from which my name will be exalted. Don't be ashamed of your past. Don't hide your scars. They tell the story of my faithfulness, my constant presence, my power to rescue. You may be tired, and I understand. You may be trying to make sense of everything, and I get it. But what I want now is not for you to understand. It's for you to trust. Because faith begins where understanding ends. And the faith that stands firm, even when there are no visible guarantees, that faith moves heaven. I am honoring your perseverance. I am rewarding your waiting. I am answering your faithfulness. And you will see with your own eyes the goodness I have prepared for you. You will experience a time of refreshing that only I can give. The enemy tried so many times to convince you that you were too weak, too guilty, too small. But I, who am the creator of the universe, say, you are strong because you are in me. You are free because you are forgiven. You are chosen because there is a plan over your life that hell cannot stop. When you believe this, you align with heaven. You start walking not with the weight of the past, but with the lightness of the promise. And that's how I want you to move forward from here, not with fear of what's to come, but with confidence in who I am. You are closer to the turnaround than you imagine. You are one step away from the answer. You are one decision away from the miracle. And all you need to do is keep going. Even slowly, even crying, even without understanding. Keep going. Because I am on this path with you. Every step you take toward me will be met with even greater steps from me. I run to those who choose to trust. I embrace those who choose to return. And now I am here, not to demand from you, but to lift you up, to remind you that there is still a living promise within you, and that promise will be fulfilled. Because I placed it in your heart. You thought it was your idea, but it was my seed. And what I plant, I make grow. You've been carrying a burden that wasn't made for you. You tried to solve everything alone, tried to be strong for everyone, tried to control situations beyond your reach. But now I say, place that weight in my hands. I am strong enough to carry what you can no longer bear. I am the rest you seek. I am the relief your soul silently cries for. And when you give me what hurts, I don't just care for it. I transform it. I trade anguish for peace, despair for hope, tears for healing. You no longer need to pretend everything is okay. Not before me. I am not shocked by your pain, nor do I pull away from your confusion. I step into the midst of chaos to bring order. I enter the storm to calm it. And what now seems meaningless, I am aligning. Because while you thought you were alone in the battle, I had already sent help. I had already released escape. I had already planned a different ending. What you're facing is not a sign of abandonment. It's a sign of spiritual battle. But in this war, you're not fighting alone. I fight for you. There are things you're about to understand. Situations that once hurt you will now teach you. You will look at the past and for the first time, feel peace. You'll understand that what seemed like loss was protection, that closed doors were deliverances, that silence was care. And what was once a reason for pain will become a reason for gratitude, because I am the God who redeems, who transforms stories, who writes endings that surprise even the most wounded hearts. And I am writing yours now. You felt like you lost parts of yourself amid life's pains, that pieces of your heart were scattered in memories, farewells, broken promises. But listen, I am gathering every piece now. I am restoring what seemed irreversible. And when I restore, it's not just returning to what was. It's making everything even better, stronger, purer, more beautiful. Because the restoration that comes from me doesn't carry the scent of pain, only the fragrance of miracle. And that's what you're about to start living. Silent miracles that only you will understand, because they are answers to prayers only you made. You thought you'd never feel true joy again. That lightness was lost forever. But I say, a new time is coming, and it begins within you. When you let me occupy every space in your heart, I make laughter sprout where there was only crying. I make hope rise where there was only weariness, and I bring color where everything seemed gray. Because my love is creative, restorative, relentless, I never give up on bringing you back to life, abundant life, full life, life in me. You were not forgotten. You were not ignored. You were not left behind. You are seen, remembered, loved. Every detail of your journey is before my eyes, and now I am moving whatever is necessary for you to experience the supernatural, not as something distant, but as a daily reality. Prepare yourself. The signs will come. The right encounters will come. The direction will come, because I don't play with the hearts of my children. If I promised, I fulfill, and what's coming will prove it. You are not adrift. You are in my hands, and in them, everything finds purpose, even what seemed like the end. You are closer than you imagine. So close that if you could see what I see, your heart would be filled with hope right now. The answer you've been waiting for is already on its way. Not late, not mistaken, but at the right time. My time. I never rush, but I'm never late either. I act when the soil is ready, when the heart is sensitive, when the faith is mature. And now everything is aligning for what I've prepared to manifest. What seemed distant is about to embrace you in a real way. You've been seeking me amid uncertainties, and I want you to know all this movement you feel within you, all this restlessness, is not confusion, it's transition. You're changing seasons. You're leaving the desert and entering the promise. You're leaving behind what no longer serves and making room for the new that I bring. This may cause discomfort, yes. It may raise doubts, yes. But it's also a sign that you're growing. Growing hurts. But it also frees. and I am with you in every step of this transition. I have seen your effort to keep going even when no one notices what it costs you to get out of bed, face the day, tackle the challenges. And I honor every act of yours. I count every gesture of faith, even the small ones. When you choose to believe in me despite the pain, when you thank me even without seeing the miracle yet, when you love even while wounded, all of that rises to me as worship. And that worship moves heaven. Yes, you move my heart. Because what I love most is the sincere surrender of a child who trusts, even when everything seems against them. You will experience days of refreshing, days when peace will no longer be a visitor, but a dweller. Days when joy will spring up spontaneously. Days when you'll wake up light, without the weight that now seems permanent. I am bringing those days, I am preparing this new time, and it will be like rain on dry land. It will renew your strength. It will reignite your vision. It will restore the sparkle to your eyes. Because I am the restorer of the soul, what made you cry yesterday will be the reason for your smile tomorrow. I promise, and I fulfill. You have gifts that have not yet been fully activated. There are talents, abilities, and a calling over your life that will emerge with strength in the days ahead. You'll be surprised by what you're capable of when you align with my will. Everything you thought was small, I will amplify. Everything you judged irrelevant, I will use. Because when you surrender fully, I transform the ordinary into extraordinary. You don't need to be the strongest or the most prepared. You just need to be available. And you are. And that's enough for me. You are being strategically positioned to live the purpose for which you were created. It's not just about you. It's about the many who will be touched through your story. It's about the fruits that will grow from your faithfulness. It's about the lives that will be reached because you chose to keep going. What I do in you goes beyond you. You will be a channel of blessing, a bridge, a voice, even if you don't feel ready now. I'm saying you are being equipped by heaven. Keep believing. Keep walking. Keep hoping. Because while you walk by faith, I walk ahead of you preparing everything. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can frustrate the plan I have for your life. You may think your story is marked only by losses, that the chapters written so far carry more pain than joy, more struggles than victories. But I want you to know, I am the author of your life, and I'm still writing. The story isn't over. The final period hasn't been placed. And in the next chapters, you'll see turnarounds that only heaven can accomplish. I will turn what was shame into honor, what was failure into a platform, what was despair into a sign of my faithfulness, because nothing in your life is too small for me to redeem. You are stronger than you imagine, not because you don't feel pain, but because you keep going even with pain. You move forward even without all the answers. And that perseverance, that faith amid confusion, is what draws me. I walk with those who persist, who believe, who even wounded, choose not to abandon faith. And you did that. You held my hand even when everything inside you said it wasn't worth it anymore. And because of that, now is the time for reward. A time when the harvest begins to bloom before your eyes. You need to know that your value isn't in what you do, nor in how much you get right, nor in how much people recognize you. Your value is in who you are to me, and you are mine. That has never changed. I chose you before you were even born. I saw your days before they existed. And even knowing every mistake, every failure, every moment you would drift away, I still said, it's worth it. Because my love is not conditional. I don't love with reservations. I love fully. I love forever. And nothing you do can change that. You are entering a time of complete restoration, not just emotional, but spiritual, mental, and even physical. I am touching areas of your body and mind that have been affected by years of anxiety, stress, fear, and pain. I am cleansing your soul, restoring your energy, renewing your vitality. You will notice this in the details. Calmer nights, lighter thoughts, clearer decisions. Because where my spirit is, there is healing. And now my spirit is moving within you with a gentle but transformative power. Yes, I know what you lost. I know the bonds that broke, the people who left, the ties that shattered, and I honor your pain. I validate your grief, But I also say, you still have much to live for. There are still connections I will bring, people who will arrive with purpose, relationships that will be restored with love. I am the God who reconciles, who brings together what was separated, who heals broken hearts. And you will live this. You will feel the warmth of true bonds again. You will experience the joy of relationships that build up and don't wound. You are an answer to someone, and that's why I've been taking such care of you. What I'm doing in your life isn't just for your well-being. It's because there are others who will find hope when they hear your story. Don't be ashamed of where you came from. Don't hide what you endured, because even what you'd most like to erase, I will use to heal someone. When you speak, I move, and when you testify, I multiply. Your life will be a mirror of what my grace can do. So stand firm. Even if everything seems still in the invisible, everything is in motion. You are in good hands, in my hands, and in them, you are safe. Do you feel that softness in your heart now? That calm that arrives slowly, like a relief that once seemed impossible? That's the sign that I'm here, that you're no longer fighting alone, that now it's my spirit working in areas that have been stuck for years. There are wounds you didn't even know were still open, but now they're being touched by me. Without pain, without pressure, just with love, because I'm a specialist in restoring from the inside out. What you need, before any external change, is a healing that comes from the root. And that healing is underway now. I saw the moments when you almost gave up, not just on the situation, but on everything, on living, on believing, on continuing. I saw when you thought, there's no point anymore. But even in that darkest moment, I was with you. And today you're here, still breathing, still listening, still receiving. And that's already a miracle. Don't underestimate the fact that you've endured. Enduring is already a sign of victory. You withstood things many wouldn't. And now you won't just survive, you'll flourish. You'll live what I promised, because the time has come to reap with joy what was sown with tears. I am healing your identity, erasing lies you believed about yourself. I'm not enough. Nothing works out for me. No one truly loves me. None of those voices came from me. Those words were seeds from the enemy. But today, I uproot every lie and plant eternal truths. You are mine. You are loved. You are enough because you carry my presence within you. And whoever has me has everything. Yes, I am rebuilding the way you see yourself, because you need to see yourself through my eyes to live what I have for you. You've been praying for direction. You've been asking for clarity. And now I answer, keep going, don't stop, don't retreat. Even without all the pieces of the puzzle, keep trusting, because in due time, everything will fall into place. I am guiding you through paths that seem uncertain, but lead exactly to the right destination. And on this path, there will be no lack of provision, no lack of peace, no lack of companionship. I am the God who provides in the desert, who guides in the darkness, who speaks even in silence. And now I say trust. You are not lost, you are being guided. You need to remember that nothing is impossible for me. I part seas, stop storms, make the sun stand still in the sky. I restore lives everyone considered lost. I lift up those who were forgotten. I honor those who were humiliated, and I am still the same God today. As it is written, behold, I am the Lord, the God of all mankind. Is anything too hard for me? Jeremiah 32:27. No, there isn't. And what you see as impossible, I see as the perfect stage for a miracle. So breathe and wait in faith, because the impossible is about to happen. I know you're tired of starting over. I know there are parts of you that no longer want to be disappointed. But what I'm offering isn't another attempt. It's a new story. One written by me, with care, with real promises, with eternal love. And in it, there's room for everything you dream of, for everything you thought you lost. Don't give up before seeing what I've prepared. Don't stop before the breakthrough, because it's so close now, and what's coming is greater than what you expected. You will still thank me for not giving up. You will still smile when you remember today. You will still say, it was on that day with that message that everything began to change. And I'll be there smiling with you because I always have been, and I always will be. Now is the moment when everything within you begins to align with what I'm saying. It's not just emotion, it's transformation. My spirit is moving where human words can't reach. I'm going to the hidden corners of your heart, restoring what was broken, reviving what was extinguished, and preparing you to live a new dimension of my presence. Heaven is answering your cry, and you who thought you were alone are now being enveloped by a love that doesn't give up, doesn't fade, doesn't fail. What I'm doing isn't superficial, it's deep, it's eternal. Because you don't need another fleeting change, you need a definitive healing, and that's what I came to do. I'm closing cycles you couldn't end. I'm finishing chapters that still hurt even in silence. I'm taking from your hands what no longer serves you, to give you what was truly prepared for you. And when you let go, I can fill. And when you trust, I can act. And now is that moment. The moment to let go, to trust, to start over with me. You thought it was the end. But in truth, it was the exact point where I would begin something new. It was there, in your greatest pain, that my greatest glory would be revealed. And now it's all starting to make sense. The voids gain a voice, the wounds become fountains, the nights of weeping turn into mornings of laughter. And what the enemy tried to use to destroy you will be the very thing I use to raise you up before everyone. You will be an example of my faithfulness. Your testimony will carry anointing, and your life will be light in the darkness of many. Now close your eyes if you can and repeat this prayer with me. Lord, I receive you as my relief, my sustenance, my new beginning. I surrender to you the pains I hid, the dreams I gave up, the parts of me I don't know how to heal. Come with your love, come with your peace. Rebuild in me what only you know how to do. I trust in you. Even without seeing, even without understanding, I choose to trust, because I know you are with me, and that's enough for me. Amen. You just planted a powerful seed in heaven, and it will not go unanswered. My love is with you. My hand is over your life, and what comes from now on will be greater, deeper, more real than anything you've ever experienced. Click on the next messages I've prepared for you. I still have much to reveal to you. And if you felt something today, write in the comments, God, I trust you to lead my life. Declare it with faith. Your voice will be heard, your faith will be honored, and your future will be completely transformed.